Hey guys, Happy New Year and welcome to game number 64 of my 100 game rematch against the AI-powered Scrabble Bot BestBot. We had another win on Monday despite making a couple of shaky plays, so we are now within 3 games of the bot, 30 and 33, as we head into game number 64 today. Opening rack EEIILMX. First thing I am thinking about is whether there's a way to get the X on a double letter score and reach the double word. I don't believe it's possible, unfortunately, so might just look to play something like Exile. Ilex as well, although I don't love setting up an S hook for Silex. I don't have. Probably Exile here is fine for 26. Yeah, I think I like this better than the other Exile because Exile takes a lot of back hooks, DRS, and that way the hooks will be a little bit higher scoring because they'll be in a double word score line. So I think this placement, minimizing the impact of the hooks, is a little bit better. And as such, that is what I'm going to do. I draw well here. I pull a blank. Should have some options, although that's going to make it a little bit tougher. Bot plays Phage for 35. Nice overlap there. So if I don't have a bingo, which I'm not certain of yet, knit for 28 looks pretty solid, keeping IM blank. Another option is Kite for 24, keeping IMN blank. The N certainly improving the leave a little bit. So could see either of those. Mink here is also playable, although I don't love that because it takes it back E for Minky, and that could give back a big double-double to the bot. But let me just make sure I'm not missing a bingo here, because that would be rather bad. But I don't think I am. Anything good through the axe, potentially? A double-double that's worth burning the blank? Probably not. Taxi Men doesn't quite work. I think I'll play Knit here. To me, it's enough points to justify playing off the N over Kite. It's close, but I'm going to play Knit. That is the one reason why Kite might have been a little bit better. Slightly Val heavy, but I should be able to bingo. I see, it's funny, the first thing I see is actually a 9. Hemiolias for 78. There's also Daimios with Knits. Do I have any other 7s? Probably. Mafiosi with a blank F. Also scoring 75, so I will be bingoing on my next turn. Wow, max for 12. That is unorthodox. Could even not bingo and play Maxima for 34, but I think bingoing's got to be better. Now, though, after a one-tile fish, there's no way I should play Hemiolias and open a triple-triple, right? That seems just utterly foolish if I can score 3 less. So, see, originally I was going to probably play Daimios, because with Mafiosi it allows some easy underlaps under the M that score a lot, but after Max, I'm thinking the bot's probably got more bingo tiles than scoring tiles, so this is probably better to not float the I and float the M inside of the D. This probably gives back considerably fewer bingos, which has to be my priority after play like Max, or at least trying to force the bot to bingo with Elks, which will give me a triple-triple possibility in response. Yeah, I think this has to be the most logical play. I'm going to do it. All right, I draw decently well here. A little bit Val heavy. All right, and Toils does come down. So I was hoping for something other than an E in the triple-triple line, but it is what it is. Could play something like a U for 18 points. Don't really love that. I could just leave it open. I could play something like Audio for 20. Keeps a slightly better leave. It's an option. Audit here for 24. I don't really want to open 2 triple-triples with vowels in the triple-triple lines, though, holding 2 vowels in my rack. That just creates lines that are not great for my rack. So if I'm going to keep a more open board, I would go Amadou. Just again to at least keep a much more balanced leave. This is actually fairly reasonable. So the question is, do I want to do this or do I want to keep things a little bit more cautious with Adieu? I'm up, but I'm really not up much. 13 is going to dissipate very quickly if the bot scores well. Worth mentioning, I would have a bingo if I got an L for autodial or a C for autocoid, but not going to happen. What's the pool like? I guess it's pretty well balanced at this point. Plenty of consonants, plenty of vowels. So yeah, do I play cautiously with Adieu or do I blow the board open with Amadou? That's the question. I think at this point I play Adieu. If I were down, I would definitely play Amadou, but I'm in a decent position. AOT isn't like bad as a leave or anything. I could also play autoed, yeah, I guess I could play autoed, but I don't really want to put an A there. Yeah, that just gives back plays needlessly, and this way at least I keep the T for some semblance of balance. All right, Adieu it is. Ugh. Well, the good news is, whatever I played there, it was going to probably end poorly, because even if I played Amadou, I still would have had at least 5 vowels, so... And at least now that I closed the board a little bit, it's not like there's going to be some huge spot left open for the bot. Bot plays Jut. So now... What do I do here? I kind of want to block this to prevent easy overlaps. I can score pretty well there. Problem is, what am I going to do? Oot? That's crazy. It keeps 3 A's and it opens up a huge hook with 6 R's unseen. That seems ridiculous. I feel like the bot pretty likely has an O after Jut. Not definitely, but fairly likely. Pool is consonant heavy now. I don't really want to play Jado or Hota and open this O with 4 vowels in my rack. This is a terrible time to have to exchange. But I kind of think I have to, and just maybe trade... Is it crazy to keep EOT here in case some of the bot doesn't have an O and I can play under the J? I think it's correct. So vowel heavy anyway. I don't mind the extra vowel. And it's not like EOT is that much worse than AET. I think on the off chance the bot doesn't have an O, that's a small price to pay for the guaranteed ability to play under the J. Yeah, Oot is just too hard to stomach, honestly. Keeping AAAE. I just can't bring myself to do that. Maybe I should. But with 6 R's, 2 B's, 2 T's, an H, 2 F's, and I'm going to probably have no ability to use it. Yeah, no, I just don't think that's the right way to play. I mean, one thing I could actually abide slightly more is Tau, because this way at least I put a consonant in the triple line while I'm vowel heavy. The pool's consonant heavy, so it might not be great for the bot. And the bot might not have great overlaps, because I know it didn't have an E with Jut, or else it plays Jute and me for like 16 more points. So if it doesn't have an E, it might not have a great overlap under Joe. Yeah, I think I can abide by this play. AAEO is a lot more palatable than AAAE. If I can try even 2 consonants, I can probably play through this. It's still 24 points. It takes out a potential easy scoring spot for like 35, 40 points. I'm not that concerned about the T there, given how consonant heavy the pool is. I'm going to play Tau. Still getting eaten alive by A's and E's. 17 vowels. Wow, and more. That is not the play I expected by BestBot. Outdo burning 3 vowels. We're going to have a very consonant heavy pool here, guys. And if I can at all stomach this, I would rather play through it, because I don't want to trade vowels into this pool and help BestBot, because right now BestBot, sooner or later, is probably going to be very deprived of vowels. And if I can actually hoard them, that is a decent strategy. So like a play such as Area, for instance, looks great. AEO is actually a pretty solid leave, given how imbalanced this pool is. I mean, 14 vowels, 35 consonants is a very significant imbalance. Surprisingly so this early in the game. So I play into the pool very nicely. Area, does that fit? I don't even know if I'd want to do that. Get rid of both of my E's, but it's probably fine with 6 E's left. It doesn't fit, though. Yeah, I mean, area looks like a good play here. It's 19 points. That's, considering I have 6 vowels, that's pretty solid. AEO, like I said, is a pretty good leave. And if I keep drawing vowels, at some point the bot's just going to run out of vowels, and I can probably exploit that. So I'm going to do this. Wow. 11 vowels, 34 consonants. That is one of the most extreme pools I've seen at like the midpoint of a Scrabble game in recent memory. That is ridiculous. There are more than 3 times as many consonants as vowels unseen, and we're basically just halfway through the game. That is wild. FUD for 19. Again, I do not want to trade this unless I absolutely must. Die. I mean, this is definitely worth playing. I don't really want to open that S hook. I might actually do this because, again, the pool... I know this looks ridiculous to just chuck a T when it's my only consonant, but, again, the pool is so consonant heavy that I'm somewhat likely to draw 3 consonants back anyway. I get more turnover for the blank and the 2 S's. Also, the Z could potentially be a very good scoring tile. And at least I make the hook a lot less damaging, right? Because now, like, SH words and stuff won't play, and I actually force the bot to overlap with a vowel, which could be tough, given how skewed the pool is. And I set up a vowel hook for myself, which is good, given I have vowels. So this is an actually very instructive position when, even though normally die just seems like a much better play, and it is much better on equity, because the T does balance out this rack. When you're dealing with 2 S's and a blank and lots of scoring tiles in the scene, and also a pool that's so extreme like this, you can afford to make these kind of adjustments. You know, whenever you have a pool that's super consonant heavy or super vowel heavy, you have to play into that and be willing to make adjustments. So I'm going to play diet here. You're kidding! This is getting ridiculous, guys. This is getting... Before the bots play, there were 8 vowels and 31 consonants unseen. This is getting just absolutely wacky how many times I've had 6 vowels in a row. Like, on one hand, it's nice to deprive the bot of vowels. On the other hand, like, I wouldn't mind some tiles that score more than 1 point. I'm not going to lie. I've been managing to score 20 despite all these 1-pointers. And like I said, there's no way I'm trading here. Absolutely not. I don't want to give the bot access to these vowels. But I'm legitimately getting tired of having 6 vowels and like an R or a T. I see. I don't. Well, another thing you don't want to do in these kind of pools is to play like this, because that just gives the bot an easy way to dump 2 consonants and score. You know, you don't want to give something just like, well, I guess Fig would score around 30 or Fib, right? Like, you want to make it tough for the bot to play consonants. So you want to play your vowels in a way that doesn't give back easy consonant plays, if you can help it. So yeah, not a Noah. Guess I could play a Gore for 8. It's not great. And again, Agio I'm not going to play because it puts an O right there. Maybe Naoi? Again, gives back some overlaps through this I, which I don't love. I mean, I guess with 5 E's, I actually don't mind getting rid of my E. And Agore does turn over tiles again for the S's and the blank. Yeah, OI is, like, not a bad leave in this pool. EIO is probably better. I mean, do I play Agora? Is it that extreme a pool that I do this? I mean, I kind of want to. On the other hand, like, there are still 5 E's. So I'm probably going to get another one soon enough. And the extra turnover is nice. So I think I'd play Agore. I don't know. Tie game after this. What a bizarre game. I'm also down to 7 minutes. I want to save some time for the latter stretches of this very, very unorthodox game we're playing here. Yeah, I think I am going to play Agore. It should make the bot's life pretty difficult if it doesn't have a lot of vowels. All right, here come the consonants, finally. Dang, ringlets, okay. I guess I could have, well, I couldn't really done much with Exiler there, honestly. But hopefully I can score, yes, snowily. That's got to be right. It's 51. Yeah, it's got to be right. All right. Now, unfortunately, I'm kind of regretting not playing Agora instead of Agore. Because, yeah, now I'm getting hit with all of the consonants. See, that's the problem. Unfortunately, like the Val hoarding strategy, if your opponent happens to have a balanced drag, especially if they happen to bingo, you kind of just have to score and abandon it. Like, I couldn't not take 51 points at that point. I was down by 70. And now things are definitely looking a bit bleak. Bevy for 12. Okay, interesting. Fizz. I mean, I think 29 is too many points to not take. It basically ties the game. If I can draw a vowel or two, this isn't horrific. If I can draw an E, I hit verbal to the L. I don't think I should trade here. There's very few places to bingo anyway. I guess there's the O and outdo. I mean, I could trade down to like AR and try to bingo. But then I worry I could get outscored without a bingo because bingos there are not going to score much, honestly. And they give back a lot of counterplay on the triple. I think I got to take 29. Maybe I'll draw cab over. That's actually not super unlikely. Yeah, I think this is just too many points, guys, to not take immediately. I'm going to play this. Oh, gosh. Disastrous QR draw there. All right, I am screwed. Literally. Wow. GG. I mean, I think if I don't play Chi, I'm Q stuck, but then I just let the bot score 40. I think I honestly should just allow myself to get Q stuck and play Verb. Like, I think that's legitimately better because getting 11 for the Q and then just allowing the bot to score 40 there is not a particularly good outcome either. Yeah, it feels weird to voluntarily Q-stick yourself, but actually, no, I'm not Q-stick. I have caught to the T and ringlets. So yeah, no, this is definitely better. All right. Yeah, wow, brutal finish to this game. I mean, such a strange game with the imbalance. I think I played it pretty well. Ogore maybe was a bit wrong, but it was definitely a bit of a tough break that the bot was able to hit ringlets there with just one vowel. And then, yeah, I think Snowily was kind of forced. I have to score, and then, unfortunately, I had ran out of vowels sooner or later, and then the consonants came with a vengeance. But it is what it is. It was still an interesting game for sure. Definitely an instructive game on how to play Scrabble with very imbalanced pools, but sadly not one that went our way. Although I had won the last 3 in a row, so I can't complain too much. But all right, we'll wait for BestBot to play its next play, and then we will finish out this endgame. And the bot plays eh. Okay. Oh, am I C stuck or something? Is that what's happening? If I play Ka, am I C stuck? Because the bot blocks Orc and I'm C stuck or something? That's sneaky. Well, I guess I'm going to get stuck with something then, right? Because if I play Orc, then the bot will just go out. So I might as well get rid of my Q and allow myself to get C stuck, right? Yeah, all right. That's annoying, but it is what it is. All right, where am I going to get the most for my R? Deer for 5. Air for 5. I don't think it matters. The bot has end spots in both of those spots for 5 anyway, so I'm not... Although it's going to play Heron, so it doesn't actually matter. I can't really block that. Yeah, I guess I'll just play on the bottom left here. Doesn't really matter too much. Okay, so maybe I should have played D-E-R-E. Although, no, then it would have played Heron and then R-E. So I think actually I made the right call. All right, I've got... maybe if I get away with back and Snowily, I'll win the game. Maybe the bot won't challenge. Let's see. Dang it. It did challenge. How could it? All right, GG, lost by 70, 359, 429. Yeah, challenging game there. Let's take a look. Exile seems fine. Yeah, I could have played Ilex, but I'm fine with this play, grabbing the extra points. Good overlap with Phage for the bot. Yeah, no bingos played here. Nit looks reasonable. I saw all of these other plays. I don't like Mink, like I said, because the E-hook. Kite is also fine, but I'm okay with Nit grabbing the extra points. And the bot played... Wow, so it plays Max here. A little bit uncharacteristic for BestBot. We don't see these kind of fishes too often. Inmost is 35. Axiom is also 28. It sets up a nice S-hook, although it does keep 4 consonants. So this must hit deceptively often. I mean, let's see. A hits Italians, Latinos. E hits and toils, obviously, as it plays. And I misses. O hits lotions. R hits nostril. Yeah, I mean, a lot of common letters, I guess, do hit. A-E-O-R alone is like, feels like a third of this pool. So I guess that's enough to justify going for it. And there's plenty of other things, too, that'll hit, like a G for Tiglons. So, yeah, all right. Interesting decision there. I'm not sure I would have necessarily done it, but I certainly get it. Yeah, I saw Hemiolias, like I said, after a one-tile fish, there's no way I'm chancing that for just 3 more points. This is much more defensive in terms of bingos. I think that's got to be the play. And toils for 69. Let's see here. I didn't see audio. That's a cool idea. Hooking exiled. Also didn't consider Duma. Yeah, I kind of like Amadou if I'm going to play here. Just getting rid of even more vowels, opening up another line to counteract the top one. So I think these plays are reasonable, but I'm fine with Adieu at this point, honestly. Like, with this pool, AOT is fine. You know, I'm still up a little bit. I don't mind playing a little bit cautiously. So the bot did have 2 O's. I think Tau is a good play here. Yeah, Oot, again, with all those hooks and 3 A's, it's just so hard to stomach. I think Tau was a good awareness play here, being aware that the pool was consonant heavy and that overlaps were probably going to be unlikely for the bot given its likely range after Jet. So I'm happy with Tau. I was very glad I came up with that and thought through the logic there. Bot plays outdo, keeping FUR. Yeah, I guess, right? You want to block that spot for me. Odor doesn't do that effectively. Okay. Area's got to be best here. Could play Airy, but AEO obviously better than AAO. Bot plays FUD, keeping ring. Yep, we talked about this too, right? Diet is obviously worse, sets up huge consonant plays. I think Diet was a really smart play too. Just not opening such a big S-hook and playing well into my vowel-heavy hand. Yeah, I mean, 10 vowels and 32 consonants is just ridiculous. It's not quite as consonant heavy from the bot's POV because it has a lot of consonants, but opening clearly the play. Yeah, this turn was challenging. I played a Gore. See, again, I do not want to trade here. I mean, look how imbalanced. There are literally 4 times as many consonants as vowels. That's absurd. I do not want to put any vowels in this pool for the bot to get. Naoe is reasonable. I totally considered it. But I don't know. I decided I'm still keeping 2 vowels with Agore. So I'm still keeping a good vowel foundation going into this pool. And I give myself 5 chances to pull an S or a blank or something like a Z. I don't think it's crazy. I mean, Rodeo is also fine. It gives it an O to play through. Again, I'm also trying to be conscious about making the bot's life difficult if it has a constant heavy rack, which is the most likely thing it has. And I feel like Agore does a pretty good job of that compared to the other plays. So I'm actually okay with this play. Unfortunately, the bot hits ringlets through the eye, which was very painful. Snowily, again, I have to score. I could play inflows, I guess, but 9's too much to give up, even though the Y does work better with most consonants. Yeah, 51 points, I have to take it. Bot plays Bevy, keeping no vowels, but offloading some consonants. And yeah, this is where the game more or less fell apart here after Fizz, pulling QR, and then after the bot plays Screwed. Why not here? Oh, I guess stopping me from bingoing out. Yeah, that makes sense. Because after this, I wonder if there's any situations when if the bot gets an absolute nightmare draw. Like if the bot draws like QRRRVCH or something, then maybe... Or no, there's only 6 tiles in the bag. Sorry. If it draws like CQRRRV, I wonder if it can lose after this. It's probably possible, but it would need like a literal draw from hell to actually lose. I mean, it's up 75. Yeah, if I can Q stick it or just go out in 2 and force it to play Chi, and like if I can go out in 2 with like he and Bino and catch it with CRRRV or something, I actually probably win. Yeah, like that's the worst possible draw, probably. CQRRRV. So I play he for 35. I'm within 40. If the bot drops the Q, I'm within 51. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Bino actually wouldn't be enough right off the bat, but with the bot having CRRRV, I could probably slow play that and win. I'm not going to analyze it now. It's just a crazy hypothetical, but it's certainly interesting to think about, if nothing else. There's probably some ridiculous draw where the bot loses after this, but if it plays this, any out bingo I have here, of which there are plenty, Reacher, Cab Over, Brecken, and Rober, there's plenty. I'm not going to go through all of them. It's much more likely that I'm going to bingo out and win after this placement is screwed than that I'm going to have, or the bot's going to draw so badly it loses after playing screwed here. So that's the correct play by the bot. Yeah, at this point, it's kind of just a formality. Wow, Chore guy is cool, but yeah, bot elects to force me to get stuck with a C, which was rather annoying, but yeah, and it wouldn't let me get away with my phony. So that's about it, guys. I feel pretty good about how I played this one. Very strange game with that mid-game imbalance, but I think I played it well. Just unfortunately, the bot hit a bingo despite the constant heavy pull, and I ended up getting the remaining consonants and not being able to rebound. But so it goes. Fun game, interesting game, I think. Hopefully educational nonetheless. Thank you all so much for watching as always. Really appreciate your support. And Happy New Year to all of you guys once again. Hopefully we get back on the winning train pretty quickly after starting off the new year with a loss, but we got plenty of time to redeem ourselves. I still feel pretty good about the way this series is going. I hope you guys all do too. And like I said, looking forward to another great year of Scrabble content. Thank you all so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you all soon for the next video. Bye-bye.